Is it worth replacing yourself as a property manager? Maintaining an investment property can be quite expensive. In order to make it as profitable as possible, it's ideal to review areas where you can save or improve your cash flow. One of the areas many investors look to consider is saving money by replacing themselves to be the property manager. As property advisors or buyers advocates, we understand why a landlord would want to consider such a thing. The average cost of a property management service in Melbourne is generally about 6%. If you earn a yearly rental of $20,000, this could equate to $1,200 per year in management fees. That's a substantial saving of up to $100 per month if you're able to do it yourself. However, cost saving doesn't always result in a better long-term investment return. Property management is no easy task. If managed poorly, it can create large financial woes compared to employing a professional. If you're considering replacing yourself as a property manager, here are some common difficulties faced with managing your own property. Dealing with responsibilities. The responsibility of managing your property is quite intense. You have laws to abide, obligations to meet, and an ethical approach to your tenants. As your property expands, the responsibilities increase too. Maintaining a relationship with tenants. Maintaining a close relationship goes a long way to keeping a happy tenant. A happy tenant is more likely to look after your property and pay rent on time. If you'd like to learn more about tips on how to have a happier tenant in your property, please go to our Market Insights area at crestproperty.net.au/market insights. It can be difficult to have a transparency situation with your tenant when you're also the landlord or the owner. Not having an arm's length relationship can make things more challenging, particularly when dealing with conflicts or potential dispute. Understanding the legislation. There are many rules and regulations that need to be abided to. There are laws governing disputes, property damages and repairs, and deposit bonds to highlight a few. Knowing how to manage procedures with VCAT or understanding the Residential Tenancy Act is also another difficult task. Administration requirements can also be quite complex with leasing agreements and bond lodgement forms. Failure to meet these requirements correctly can result into unfortunate circumstances, particularly financial. Time management. To meet the responsibilities of a property manager, you need to be readily available to serve your tenants' needs promptly. In some cases, you may receive contact at all hours in the morning to attend an emergency, such as a burst water pipe or some storm damage. In these circumstances, you need to rectify the issue immediately to reduce further damages and ensure the tenant's safe. In the event you are unwell or away on a family holiday, you still need to be available to attend to these types of issues. There may be a break-in, structural damage, or a personal injury with the tenant. There are many scenarios that can take place at a property, and a property manager needs to meet these duty of care promptly. Other time-consuming duties include marketing for a new tenant, reviewing a tenant application, documenting tenancy agreements, managing deposit bonds, and completing property inspections, just to name a few. Computer systems. When managing your own property, you'll need to carefully document all forms of events and contacts you encounter. You'll need to manage the rental income, administer the expenses, and coordinate contact with the insurance companies or an owner's corporation if applicable. Maintaining financial records are best documented using software and computers. To adequately communicate with third parties, you may need to update your technology regularly. These may incur additional costs that haven't been considered. Marketing for a tenant. One of the hardest and most time-consuming tasks is to source and interview tenants. Property managers often have active databases to access and also have online portals such as realestate.com subscriptions to help find a suitable tenant. Knowing what questions to ask and how to approach these sensitive conversations can be difficult. If you don't encounter these dealings regularly, they can be very challenging. Taking personal photos and conducting property inspections are other areas to be aware of. Establishing marketing plans and advertisement campaigns are not too easy at all. Being able to do this cost-effective and time-efficient is very critical. Pricing your rent. Pricing your rent to the market requires real estate knowledge of the rental market, and appropriate research will be needed. Establishing a competitive price while representing a good investment return for yourself can take some time and wisdom. If you are knowledgeable in managing your own investment property, have sufficient time to service the role of a property manager, and feel your knowledge and time spent on the job is more effective, then this may be a viable option for you. At Crest Property Investments, we work closely with buyers every day. Replacing yourself as a property manager is no easy task and not ideally the best decision. We recommend employing a property manager. They are experienced, well-resourced, and more knowledgeable than most property investors when it comes to property management. We respect the fact that some investors have been able to adopt this service autonomously, but feel the costs and services are more suited to outsource the role as opposed to doing it yourself. We have some great relationships with some professional property managers. We can introduce you to the right people who can help get the most out of your investment property. If you want to learn more about property management, feel free to go to our Markets Insights area where we discuss areas such as what property managers look for in a tenant, great tips when selecting a property manager, and the importance of a rental appraisal. If you'd like to discuss your investment property needs in more detail, please don't hesitate to contact us at your earliest convenience. You can contact us directly on our website at www.crestproperty.net.au. Happy investing and bye for now.